honestly, the entire thing. It's really an empty gesture. There's not going to be any votes. But when you're not even breaking the war powers resolution, why are you even doing that?
Yeah.
So I mean, and also let's also be clear. I'm tired of seeing people go on social media and saying we can never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb, and Israel always deserves insecurity, and they deserve to exist. Well, if you're not willing to do about it, then it must just be empty words.
Yeah.
Are you really? Does it matter? No. But when President Trump was willing to do the kinds of things that are necessary to provide those things. Now, if you really want to prevent Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb, he did try to negotiate with them. There has been treaties. There has been other negotiations that never worked. And they had 900 pounds of just below weapons grade weapons. So, here, do you really committed, or are you just going to drop empty tweets and just try to have it both ways and pretend that it really matters? So, and that's why I'm going to support that. As a Democrat, I know that's absolutely the right thing to do. And so for me right now, the world is better. And now China and Russia are now condemning that. China is buying the Iranian oil, and that's how Iran underwrites the proxies and that regime.
Yeah.
So, and China is going to sell them their hypersonic missiles. That would be aimed right at American ships too.
Very important point ahead of the president's trip to Beijing, by the way. Senator,
how can't you celebrate that the Iranian leadership has been eliminated?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make the region more safe, more secure, more just, more free?
Yeah.
And now, of course, there's other things. It's possible right now, but right now, why can't you just acknowledge that? I put that out on my social media.
Yes.
Look at the kind of people that are grieving that or now protesting that. Even on Columbia University, one of the student groups just announced on Twitter saying "Death to America."
Wow.
It's just like, this is what I'm saying. Look at the kind of people that grieve for that garbage.